Good morning, student. Welcome to the program of Switchgear and Protection, Unit 3, Protective Relays, in which we will study the subtopic Overcurrent Relay, taught by Sachin Radekar, HOD, Electrical Engineering. The summary of the last video lecture, number 13, in which we have learned the various types of relays such as electrodynamometer type relay, induction type relay, static relay, distance relay, etc. These relays are used in various applications such as generating station, transmission substation, and the distribution substation. Course outcome and the learning outcome. Course outcome of this unit is test the performance of different protective relay. Learning outcome. The learning outcome of this topic is to understand the working of overcurrent relay in power system. Reflection spot. Why overcurrent relay needed in power system? The answer of this question we will see in this video lecture. What is overcurrent relay? The overcurrent relay is defined as the relay which operates only when the value of the current is greater than the relay setting time. So, in this diagram, we have seen the watt-hour meter structure. Here, this E shape is the upper magnet, this U shape is the lower magnet. The primary winding is wound on the upper magnet and the secondary winding is wound on the upper magnet and the coil is wound on the lower magnet so that this aluminum disc will rotate due to the interaction of the flux produced by the primary winding and the secondary winding. This upper structure shows the flux setting multiplier. Here the tappings 1 to 7 is given on the primary winding so that you can adjust the relay current setting. Basically this relay works on the watt-hour meter structure. When there is an interaction between the upper flux produced by the upper magnet and the lower flux produced by the lower magnet, the interaction between the two fluxes will produce the rotational torque on this disc, due to which disc rotate and this moving contacts bridge the gap between the fixed contact and this will give the trip signal to the circuit breaker. Depending on the time of operation of the overcurrent relay is categorized into the following type: instantaneous overcurrent relay, inverse time overcurrent relay, definite time overcurrent relay, inverse definite time overcurrent relay, very inverse definite time overcurrent relay, extremely inverse definite time overcurrent relay, and instantaneous overcurrent relay. We will see the characteristics of these types of relay in the next slide. This characteristic shows the overcurrent relays. First one is definite time overcurrent relay. This characteristics is for definite time overcurrent relay. Then inverse definite minimum time relay, very inverse overcurrent relay, and this is extremely inverse overcurrent relay. On x-axis it is a multiple flux setting is there, and on y-axis this is the operating time in second. Operating time means the time at which relay will clear the fault. Definite time relay will operates at a specified time given for the relay, and this IDMT very inverse extremely inverse relay is operates on the fault condition. If there is a heavy fault, then this relay will operate very rapidly as compared to the definite time relay. Application of overcurrent relay. Relays are used to identify the fault in generating stations in second transmission substation, third one is the distribution substation. Generally overcurrent occur in all these three substations, so the relay overcurrent relay is generally used in these three sub. In this today's video lecture, you have learned the overcurrent relay construction, that is the watt hour meter construction, then operation of the overcurrent relay using flux setting multiplier and the time setting multiplier, the types of overcurrent relay, that is IDMT relay, definite time relay, very inverse relay, extremely inverse relay, and the application which is used in generating station, transmission substation, and the distribution substation. The program outcome map is PO1. We get the basic knowledge of the overcurrent relay. So PO1 is map, PO2 is the discipline knowledge. In this, the basic current quantity on which this overcurrent relay will operate. So this PO2 is map. PO3 is experimental and practices, as this overcurrent relay is used in generating, transmission and distribution substation. So this PO3 is map. PO8 individual and teamwork for the operation of the relay. Individual operator is used or simultaneously from two substation. If this relay operate, then it is a teamwork. So this PO8 is map. PO9 is communication. Here communication is through the electrical signal. Either the current is normal or abnormal. So this communication is transmitted through the relay. So PO9 is map. PO10, the student will learn how the overcurrent relay will operate, which is utilized in every electrical power system substation. So PO10 is map. Thank you very much student for listening this video lecture. If you have any queries, then you can contact me. Thank you very much.